Γεια σας gamers, καλώς ήρθατε στο κανάλι. Είμαι ο Mysta και σήμερα θα κάνουμε react σε δύο βιντεάκια στο κανάλι του PlayStation, στο YouTube, τα οποία έχουν δύο βιντεάκια με God of War Ragnarok, All Parents Can Relate και ένα που λέει Designing Characters and Creatures. Δηλαδή θα δούμε ένα που είναι λίγο πιο κωμικό και το άλλο θα είναι πώς σχεδίασαν τους χαρακτήρες και τα πλάσματα που θα είναι στο παιχνίδι. Πολύ ενδιαφέρον, πάμε να γελάσουμε και πάμε και να δούμε και πληροφορίες καινούργιες. Λοιπόν, χωρίς άλλη καθυστέρηση, ξέρετε, like και λοιπά, αυτά τα ξέρετε. Πάμε.
That's a great observation, John.
Ella said that you'd think it was stupid.
No, I said I thought it was stupid.
Okay, you know what? This is good right here. I mean, the God of War dynamic plays out in every parent-child relationship. When that clicked for me, I picked up my Leviathan axe and felt truly close to my son for the first time.
I'm 17.
Exactly.
Leviathan axe.
Ronnie, what's going on, man? You're a little quiet today. Anything to add?
No.
No is good. No counts. You know, Quinn was where you're at about a month ago, and look at him now. Last night, 2 a.m., I'm laying in bed. What am I thinking about? Kratos.
Are you kidding? That's me, big time. That's common for me.
We believe you. You're being too thirsty.
No, I'm hydrated.
Specifically, the time he tried to protect Atreus from Baldur, and Atreus got so angry he shot Kratos through the chest with one of those like that spiky thing.
It was an arrow.
Arrow, right? Spiky arrow thing. I mean, nobody can hurt you like your kids, right? LeBron.
Guess so.
What's going on beneath that headband?
I'm not even wearing one.
No, I know. You know. I mean, like if you were.
When Bronny said he'd rather play against me than with me. Shot in the heart.
Really?
I think we call that a breakthrough. Some shots you just can't block.
I can see that now, Ben.
Kratos.
I cannot believe I missed practice for this.
I want all the breakthrough. Ella, why don't you ever hurt my feelings?
Okay, you're old and you're bald.
Just like Kratos.
Now, John, last week you said you were finally ready to wear your Kratos outfit to the farmer's market. How'd that go?
Incredible. I had people pointing at me going, now that's a really great dad.
That's not why they were pointing. You were wearing a buckskin loincloth.
Ella, it's not buck, it's bear. And I get those points all the time. People pointing, oh my God, look at that great dad.
So why aren't you wearing that stuff today?
Well, unfortunately, my armor bears the scars of a recent battle.
He spilled a bunch of salsa on it.
That can happen, especially with the leathers.
Exactly. Tattletale.
Look, if it was easy, every dad would be dressed like this, right?
Does the costume really help?
I don't know. Does the costume really help when you play basketball?
It is a costume.
Voilà, εντάξει, τέλειο. Σ' αγαπώ. Ναι ρε φίλε, ναι ρε φίλε. Πω, αυτά. Μ' αρέσουν πάρα πολύ αυτά, παιδιά. Μ' αρέσουν πάρα πολύ αυτά. Εδώ είμαστε. Τα concept art τα λατρεύω.
That's everything from the main hero cast you see to the creatures, the gods, and monsters that you come across.
Πανέμορφο.
It stands up to the history and the legacy of what the God of War franchise has always done. I feel like from the first games, that was a similar push that they were doing, and that's not always easy.
Πόσο όμορφα τα φτιάχνουν, ρε, δεν μπορώ, αλήθεια λέω. Πάμε ρε, πάμε ρε. Ο Ραφ Κρασέτη, παιδιά, τον ακολουθώ στο Instagram. Ακολουθήστε το Instagram του. Είναι μαγικός ο τύπος. Δεν υπάρχει, σας το λέω, παιδιά. Είναι μαγικός artist. Όλοι στο Instagram τσεκάρετε τον.
Hi, my name is Mysta. I am a character technical artist.
Hi, my name is Angela Rico, and I am a senior character artist in God of War Ragnarok.
Hi, I'm Della Longfish, and I am the lead of the character concept team at Santa Monica Studio.
Come in. What in all yarns me the happened to him?
As a character technical artist here at SMS, I rig most of the characters and props that you see throughout the world.
As character artists, our job is to create 3D assets based on the beautiful concept art provided to us. We do this by making sure that the silhouettes on the models and the textures and materials stand out instantaneously. So when you see our characters on the screen, we want you to almost like them immediately or have a connection to them to some extent before even interacting with them.
As art director, I get the chance to collaborate with all the departments in the studio, from narrative to viz dev, because we want to make sure the factions feel correct, all the races belong to where
Να το βλέπεις, δεν είναι upgraded τα Blades of Chaos
characteristics about them to make
και
sure
το
it
τσεκούρι.
all fits within the God of War universe.
Sorry, one more thing. Although these are gifts I'm giving to you, so I shouldn't be sorry and you should be thankful. Anyways, here, please be careful.
In the God of War 2018, we saw Brock and Sindri, and that was the tip of the iceberg of the Huldra. And in God of War Ragnarok, we actually get to go and visit Svartalheim, where they're from, and a great part of that too.
Svartalheim είναι ο κόσμος των dwarves, των Άνων.
And that was something that we hadn't seen.
Svartalheim is a beautiful place. There's a lot of different biomes. You go from wetlands to mountain springs.
Πανέμορφο είναι το
Svartalheim. A lot of
Svartalheim.
inspiration from hot springs, from the minerals that you find. A lot of colorful minerals, a lot of resources. So the dwarves being the races that they are, we knew we wanted to play on that as well. So you see their influence on Svartalheim on every corner.
It's a realm where you're going to find a lot of water environments. There's quarries. It's a very industrial city. It's very organized, and you can see all the dwarves putting all the work into creating this.
Μ' αρέσει που θα έχει κόσμο περισσότερο.
Knowing that they're blacksmiths, that was kind of reflected within their clothing, and you see that within the houses and every inch. We want to make sure that both the environments and characters had a cohesiveness that felt like every inch.
Τι όμορφα! Το environment τι πανέμορφο είναι, ρε!
And again, that's something that we haven't seen in some of the other realms and is unique to this character.
Πω πάλι που μπορώ να παίξω, δεν είμαι καλά!
It all goes together and creates a feeling within a realm that you're excited to see, feels unique, and really creates that sense of wonder where you want to go back.
When designing a character to match the
Πόσο όμορφο είναι, ρε!
First, it's definitely dictated by the biz dev team and the narrative team and the story team. They make sure the character is designed for features that fit in with what they need.
When designing the Grims, we took a lot of inspiration from the environment. So we took a lot of inspiration from lizards, creatures that kind of belong to that environment.
Ο Γκασέτ το φτιάξε αυτό.
There's small critters to the big ones, and really building up that race, making sure they kind of belong and that realm felt lived in, and that ecosystem felt like very diverse.
Μ' αρέσει. Βάλτε και άλλους εχθρούς.
Is a big part that goes into the design elements. So our artist Stephen Oakley pulled a lot from the environment concepts that Luke Berliner and his team were doing, and pulled a lot of those into actually the skin texture, even the
πόσο μαγικοί καλλιτέχνες είναι αυτοί, ρε παιδιά.
So it really does feel like not only do they belong in there, but you're able to see them and they stand out for the combat experiences with the character.
Και ο Αντρέας ρίχνει ξύλο,
In the example of Durling, his design was really tailored to convey his own personality. He's a bookkeeper from Svartalheim, and because his job demands, he's very organized, he's very rigid, and he's a very play-by-the-rules kind of guy. But then in contrast, you have his friend. So when you see Durling connect with his pet, we see that he's not all just this rigid librarian guy, but that he's got a softer side to him.
I do believe that we're all storytellers, no matter what we do, even in the tech side of things. I mean, we work to make these characters that then tell a story, and we can also kind of put those features and traits on our rig.
The prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarok. War is coming.
Svartalheim, the dwarves, working with different races. Definitely seeing Ragnarok and the impact of that into the realm, it puts them into this position that's very interesting to see which side they take and things that they're building. So as you go through the level, you find out a lot more about this race and the political situation that is happening while Ragnarok and Fimbulwinter is taking place.
Hey, dwarves! Oh. They're, running away.
Έχει ανθρώπους, ρε.
The cast of characters within every realm is not that it's just enemies there to kill you. We want to feel believable and that there's a wide world out there, but we want to kind of plant these seeds within any cast of the realm that there's more outside of what you're playing, and we want the fans to feel like they can go back and really visit those areas and want to go explore.
If the geysers and smell here are worse because of Fimbulwinter, maybe the earthquakes are too?
Aye.
Going into Svartalheim, I'm really excited for players to experience all the new races that lived in that realm, how they play very different from anything we had before. There's wildlife, it's something that kind of goes unnoticed, but we took a lot of effort to make the realm feel believable. So there's a lot in Svartalheim, a lot to explore.
I'm really excited for Svartalheim. It is a gorgeous
Φαίνεται πανέμορφο, κορίτσι μου, φαίνεται. Εκπληκτικό το κάνατε, μπράβο. Μπράβο. Μπράβο.
I'm most excited for fans to finally get to see how the dwarves live. Broken Sindri were fan favorites in the last game.
Ο Τιρ! Στο τραπέζι με τα... Έλα ρε φίλε! Ένα παρέακι γίναμε ρε μπρο!
The best part I have is turning on to YouTube and seeing all these call-outs and all the attention to detail that the fans pick up on. That's one thing that we keep in mind when we're designing characters, to make sure we do right by the fans. And knowing that all the work we put in will be seen and appreciated. That's not always the case, but our fans just get every little nook and cranny on that. And we love
Ανατρίχιασα, παιδιά, ανατρίχιασα. Νάτος ο Όντιν, αυτός πρέπει να είναι ο Όντιν. Σας το λέω. Έχω ξαναπεί ότι αυτός ήταν ο Όντιν σε προηγούμενο τρέιλερ. Πάμε λίγο ρε! Λίγο έμεινε ρε! Πάμε λίγο ρε! 8 μερούλες μήνα, είναι 1 Νοεμβρίου τώρα. Πλησιάζουν οι μέρες. Αύριο εσείς που θα το δείτε δεν θα είναι 2 Νοεμβρίου. Και έρχεται Ragnarok is coming, guys. Έρχεται. Θέλω να κάνετε subscribe, να χτυπήσετε καμπανάκι, γιατί ετοιμάζω άλλο βιντεάκι. Αυτή την Κυριακή στις 6 Νοεμβρίου, στις 1 η ώρα, θα βγει καινούριο βιντεάκι, το οποίο θα λέει 10 πράγματα που πρέπει να ξέρετε πριν παίξετε το God of War Ragnarok. Δείτε το οπωσδήποτε και μετά παίξτε ελεύθερα God of War Ragnarok. Και ξέρετε, αρχίζουν και τα stream μας και τα τέτοια, ετοιμάζουμε τρελά πράγματα. Θα γίνει χαμός, σας το λέω, να είστε εδώ όλοι. Λοιπόν, στα lives όλοι εδώ πέρα. Subscribe, χτυπήστε καμπανάκι. Ευχαριστώ άπειρα για το βίντεο που έκανα με όλη την ιστορία του God of War. Τρένο το πήγατε ρε. Είναι εκπληκτικό το βίντεο, πήγε... Δεν ξέρω, το δείξατε πολύ αγάπη και σας ευχαριστώ μέσα από την καρδιά μου. Έριξα πάρα πολύ δουλειά και ανταμείφθηκε από εσάς και εκτιμήθηκε από εσάς και σας ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ, παιδιά μου όμορφα. Τα λέμε στο επόμενο και όπως πάντα, happy gaming.